All right, folks, we are in Harrogate, Tennessee. I'm not sure how this thing's going to do. We're right at Lincoln Memorial University on 63. I am not sure if this thing is going to focus right. It is having a terrible time, and I have no idea why. So I got to show a little bit of the wiper blade there. It seems to help it. So we're on 63, hopping on Cumberland Gap Parkway, which is 25. We're going 25 north, folks, and there is a cool tunnel up here that you would go through to get to Middlesboro, but we're not doing that. We're going to Jonesville, Virginia, and it sounds so far, folks, but it's only an hour and 15 minutes from the house. But this is Harrogate, folks. This is a beautiful little town. Lincoln Memorial University to the left. We love Harrogate, folks. Me and the wife come up here, go to the Cumberland Gap town, and walk around, hike, we eat. We love coming up here. We've been up here with several friends. Harrogate. Now, I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes as you enjoy the scenery, but I know folks that live here in Harrogate. Well, I know a person that lives in Conyers, Georgia, was my neighbor for over 20 years. That is John. He was a plumber at a plumbing company there in Conyers. He's still there. He still lives in the same house, and we live up here. Folks, when I bought property up here, I didn't even know John existed. But yeah, John, I met him. Of course, he moved across the street from me and lived in Conyers for years and years, but he was born and raised here. And his family still lives here in Harrogate. I'm not going to mention their last name. You would know them if you're from here, that's for sure. But they're business folks. And they've got like 500 acres or something crazy. And a beautiful spread, too. Just a beautiful place. And yeah, so, but John, he was born and raised here, folks. He had planned on moving back there for a little while, and I think he's thrown that out, and he's not going to move back. He was going to retire here, but he's just going to retire where he's at. And he says he's too old to be moving. And he's not. You're not, John. Anyway, he's got his doctors, you know, and I think one of his girls lives there. Got his friends that he's known for years there, so he's sticking it out there. This is a beautiful area. Now, folks, if we was to go straight, we would go into the tunnel and end up in Middlesboro. We are taking a right here, and we are not going to Middlesboro. We are on 25. We're hopping on 58 East. This is how you go to the Cumberland Gap. And that tunnel's cool. I did a video of that at night. The Cumberland Gap, folks, is just a coolest little town. They've got a couple of really good restaurants. Got the coffee shop is there. A cool place to go and visit. You take a left somewhere over here to get to it. We're going to be passing through Ewing and Rose Hill, and we will do a video of those. Cumberland Gap, Tennessee, and I've done a couple of videos of Cumberland Gap, and so we won't be doing another one. Jonesville, Virginia, 34 miles. Folks, it sounds like it's so far away. I'm so far away from home, but I'm not. Virginia state line right here, folks. Welcome to Virginia. Virginia is for lovers. And folks, I'm by myself. Alright, so I guess I gotta turn around and go back home, pick somebody up. Anyway, just kidding. Harrogate. Now this thing may start acting up, this phone. It seems to have a little trouble focusing at times. I'm gonna try to catch some of the windshield wiper. It seems to help it focus better. I mean, it just like acts like it gets lost and it just can't focus. It's like roaming and lost. We're going, where are we at here? We're at not even 5 minutes, folks. We're going to let this go. I've never been past the turn there at Cumberland Gap, ever. First time I've ever been in Virginia right here. Now, somewhere yonder way, not far from here, you can stand at the, and maybe we've done it before, stand right on Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia state lines. Wilderness Road State Park, Lee County, Virginia. All right, listen up, folks. There are hiking trails all over right here. And so if you like hiking, come here, hike, go into Cumberland Gap there, and eat you a lunch, take off and go hiking some more, or driving, or whatever it is you like to do. Ooh, speed limit is enforced by aircraft. Whoa. Fancy schmancy. Now, folks, this is Virginia, but it is not. You know, you think some folks think of Virginia, they think of city. I see we're losing focus. We might just shut her down. We lose focus, we're going to shut her down, folks, and you'll have 6 minutes, a 6-minute video. But it's not like that. This is country. This is very rural. These are country folks all throughout here for miles upon miles and miles. Tom Britton Drive. Well, this is cool, folks. I've got to get that GoPro going, and I will do that. This phone does really good sometimes, but really bad sometimes. Or maybe I'll switch everything over to my iPhone. Maybe that'll do better. I don't know if you can get a better camera and better video than an Android, though. This is the Pixel 5 or something. I don't know. Google phone. And it's old, but it's gold. You know what I'm saying? 927 highway or road or whatever it is, 927 there to the right. Man, folks, we're only at 7 minutes, 7:45 or something like that. We are entering into Wheeler, little Wheeler, Virginia. Man, I might just pause it and go on through Ewing and Rose Hill. Nashville and Neighbor Lane, Nashville Road and Neighbor Lane to the right. Folks, I'd live right here. That is for absolutely sure. Listen, if this thing starts to, the focus gets bad, just hang on, and it'll straighten right back up. So the Cumberland Gap back there, a friend of ours, well, my son's best friend, closest friend and best friend besides me, his son, which is our friend, he used to work for us, he's in high school, and he is the quarterback for Cumberland Gap High School back there. And he is from Loganville, Georgia. He is the quarterback. One of the quarterbacks. I guess they probably have a couple. He is definitely one of the quarterbacks there for the high school. Moved up from Loganville. Oh, folks, and let me tell you, I hate to even say it. But, yeah, well, I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to have mercy. I'm going to have mercy. All right, Wyatt, I got to say it. I can't help it. I smoked Wyatt in a foot race back in Loganville. Oh, it's only been about 2 years ago, folks. Oh, Grandpa, 58 years old, 57. I put a hurt on a Wyatt. Huh? Oh, sorry, Wyatt. Oh, yeah, we were on the job, and he's talking about how fast he can run. I told him, I said, man, I will smoke you, bro. And sure enough. Huh? No, Wyatt had on cowboy boots. And I had on tennis shoes. That's how that happened. He'd leave me sitting if I raced him right now. But plus, after COVID, man, after I got that COVID, I'm not near what I was. Folks, it is beautiful here. And we just are on the other side of Wheeler, Virginia. What does this little sign say? Edgar Beacon Highway. Man, this is going to turn out to be a halfway decent video. All right, now don't. I shouldn't have said anything. Got to keep her focused. Do what we can do to keep her focused. Man, it is beautiful here, folks. Ah, come on. Turn it this way and see if it does better. I think I'm catching those trees and things on the side of the road, and it just kind of messes it up. We are on 58, folks. Wilderness Road is what it's called. Wilderness Road. All right, we're under 12 minutes. We're going to make it to Ewing. If we don't make it, if it doesn't look like we're going to make it, I'm going to pause it. Folks, I'm going to tell you a beautiful ride would be I-75 getting off at the Caryville, Jacksboro, La Follette exit and headed east into Jacksboro, La Follette area. Taking that, which is 63, I don't know, maybe it's called 25-2. The name of the road changes several times, Jacksboro Pike and all of that. What is it, Carl Steiner Highway. And but if you take that all the way up through La Follette, through Speedwell, Campbell, and Claiborne counties, if you take it all the way up, and then you hit 25, and then take 25 east, just take a left there where it dead ends in Harrogate, and then follow, well, I showed you already, jump on 58 there, Cumberland Gap, Harrogate area, and come up through here. It has to be some of the most beautiful scenery that you would ever see. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful ride. I would have to say that you would have to go out west to get something as beautiful or more beautiful. Now, I may be wrong there. I've never been out west. I was born in California, but wasn't raised there. I was raised in Georgia. All right, Ewing is in 3 miles, and we're at 13 minutes. So we're going to take her on in, folks. So the video will be Harrogate, Tennessee, Ewing, Virginia. How about Ewing and Rose Hill, Virginia? Hopefully we'll make it to Rose Hill. Watch your speed on this road, folks, because it is easy to lose track of how fast you're going because you're always looking around because it's so beautiful. Folks, we have left Wheeler, Virginia on Highway 58 here, Wilderness Road, headed into Ewing, Virginia. All right, I guess 698, I guess road, county road, highway 698, right here. It's got to be county road. Creekwood, Powers Lane. Maybe you live around here. I don't know. 15 minutes, folks. Rose Hill, Ewing, Virginia. Ewing, take it right there. We ain't doing that. So folks, we are just scraping the Kentucky line, the Kentucky state line. If go up over on the other side of those mountains is Kentucky. I'm talking about the mountains to the left, if you've seen them. Other side of those mountains would be Kentucky. We are in Ewing, Virginia, folks, just into Ewing, Virginia. Now, they probably have an old town area, which we will not be going to. We are on 58, Highway 58 in Ewing, Virginia. Should I say it again? Yeah, see, the town of Ewing would be to the right. And if we, okay, Ewing Trail. So if we have time, I feel like we can do it. We will go to the old town of Ewing, which is not much. Maybe we won't. I don't think there's anything there, folks. It's just an old store. Folks, we are going to make it, I do believe, to Rose Hill. We might just stop in Ewing and do a little video. Might even get out and walk. But this is Highway 58 for the 20th time, folks. How many times I got to say it? Highway 58 in Ewing, Virginia. And folks, we are talking beauty. I'm going to say this is a teensy bit prettier than the Powell Valley. Just a teensy bit. You can't beat the Powell Valley hardly. This is right there. I ain't gonna say it's prettier. It's right there with it. All right, we are in between Rose Hill and Ewing. Thomas Walker High School up in there. Beautiful, folks. Man, there is a house right there. You probably caught a glimpse of it on the left, right behind us. Oh my goodness, beautiful. All right, folks, Rose Hill. We are just entering into the Rose Hill area. Praise Worship Center. I am telling you, folks, there are churches every 2 miles from all up in through Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky. It churches everywhere. It is Sunday morning, is why I'm mentioning that. Churches everywhere and absolutely packed. Almost every one of them are packed. Folks parked in the grass. Parking lot full. Well, my, there's the Kubota dealer. But, yeah, well, they do have an excavator or two. Hang on, folks. Mostly tractors, though. Sorry. Rose Hill right here, folks. You've seen it first on Appalachian American. All right, folks, so I'm going to mention in a couple of more videos, But speaking of Appalachian, the Appalachian Channel, subscribe to it if you like this sort of thing. If you like to see where I live, if you like history, the Appalachian Channel, subscribe to this fella. He has got one good channel, folks. It is a good channel. He gets lots of views. He's from the area right there. It's all about where we live. And it is good. It's a good channel. And, yeah. The Appalachian Channel. Now, if you can't pick it up there, if you just punch that in YouTube, it'll come up. If it doesn't, punch in Greasy Hollow. One of my videos will pop up there as well if you punch in Greasy Hollow, but his will be there as well. Greasy Hollow, Tennessee, Greasy Hollow. Anyway, folks, I'm gonna run her to right about at 22. But I gotta get off here somewhere. We are almost there, folks. We are almost there. This is a beautiful road. I absolutely recommend you taking a drive on this road. All right, folks. We'll see you, folks.